in a stunning turn of events that sent shockwaves through the entire WNBA and beyond. Angel Reese is now considering walking away from professional basketball altogether. After weeks of relentless online attacks, racial undertones, and public humiliation, all triggered by a disturbing controversy involving former NFL quarterback RG3. Sources close to the Chicago Sky Star say she's mentally and emotionally done. It all started with a racially offensive meme that RG3 shared to millions of followers, one that many are calling the most blatant act of targeted hate Angel Reese has ever faced. While RG3 tried to backpedal, claiming he was just raising awareness, the damage was already done. Social media exploded. Commentators chose sides. And Angel. She broke. Behind the scenes, insiders say Angel completely shut down. Her team is panicking. Her family is outraged. And her longtime mentor Shaquille O'Neal has reportedly threatened to end RG3's public career over the post. But now, the unthinkable is on the table. Angel Reese may leave the WNBA for good. No farewell tour. No goodbye. Just silence. And heartbreak. What really happened? And why are insiders whispering that she's already made up her mind? Let's break it all down. Angel Reese wasn't supposed to be at this crossroads. Just months ago, she was on top of the world, a dominant rookie in the WNBA, a fashion icon at the Met Gala, the face of cereal boxes, billboard campaigns, and signature shoes. She was living proof that a young black woman from Baltimore could not only survive but thrive on the biggest sports stage. But now, everything is falling apart. The controversy began with one viral image, a deeply offensive, racially charged meme comparing Angel to a monkey, something that has long been used as a grotesque symbol of dehumanization toward black athletes. The post barely had any traction until former NFL star and ESPN commentator Robert Griffin III, known as RG3, reshared it to his massive platform with the caption, "This is unacceptable." To most people, it seemed like RG3 was condemning the image. But to those closest to Angel, it felt like betrayal. Why share something so disgusting in the first place? Why amplify it to millions when Angel hadn't even seen it herself yet? Worse, RG3 didn't stop there. He then claimed, without evidence, that someone in Angel's inner circle told him, "She hates Caitlyn Clark." That was the breaking point. The media frenzy that followed completely derailed Angel's public image. Overnight, she went from WNBA all-star to target of vicious hate online. Suddenly, every moment from her career, from trash talk during March Madness to walking the red carpet, was being reanalyzed and picked apart. Too flashy, too cocky, too angry. It was a coordinated takedown. Shaquille O'Neal, a longtime supporter of Angel and someone who considers her family, stepped in almost immediately. He posted to his Instagram, "RG3, if you ever share another monkey post about Angel Reese again, I will punch you in your ***ing face." That's not a threat. That's a promise. Shaq's outrage wasn't just emotional, it was personal. Angel is one of Reebok's rising stars, and he's played a key role in managing her off-court business deals. According to sources, he was furious at RG3 for endangering Angel's mental health, image and sponsorships with one reckless post. And now, behind the scenes, something much darker is unfolding. Angel hasn't posted publicly in over a week. She's reportedly skipped multiple team events and avoided all media requests. Insiders say she's been meeting with her legal team, her publicist, and her family to discuss her options, and those discussions include a possible retirement from the NBA. She's only 22. It's hard to believe. A player who is being hailed as the future of women's basketball might walk away in her second season. But the pain is real. The betrayal is deep. And the silence from the league has only made things worse. So how did we get here? How did a single post from RG3 turn into a career-threatening crisis for Angel Reese? Let's go deeper into the events that broke her, and what insiders are saying comes next. The Moment RG3 Hit Post. Everything changed. What he might have seen as a bold stand against racism was, in reality, a grenade tossed into Angel Reese's already volatile media narrative. The image was abhorrent, a vile comparison using centuries-old racist tropes, and Angel hadn't even seen it until RG3 elevated it to millions. Before that, it was buried in the far corners of the internet, posted by an anonymous troll account with fewer than 200 followers. But once RG3 shared it, claiming to condemn racism, he also gave it power. And instead of Angel being protected and defended, the internet turned its crosshairs on her. They didn't see a victim, they saw a headline. Is Angel Reese too controversial for the WNBA? Angel Reese's attitude problem strikes again. Angel versus Caitlyn. WNBA's brewing war. To make it worse, RG3 doubled down. In a follow-up podcast episode, he dropped a bombshell. Someone close to Angel told me personally, she hates Caitlyn Clark. That one sentence sent the internet into chaos. News sites picked it up without verifying it. Talk shows dissected it. Twitter, now X, erupted into a frenzy of hot takes. Within hours, #Angel, Reese hates Caitlyn, was trending nationally. Angel, who had spent the last month actively downplaying any beef with Caitlyn Clark, was now being painted as a jealous, bitter rival. And she was furious, not just because the quote wasn't true, but because it came from someone she had once respected. Why? Is my name always in your mouth? Angel reportedly told teammates after RG3's podcast aired. According to a leaked locker room text thread, Angel felt like she was being hunted, like no matter how well she played, how classy she acted, or how professional she appeared, the media was going to twist her story. But the real twist came days later when it was revealed that no one in Angel's camp had ever spoken to RG3. Sources close to Angel leaked screenshots and emails to reporters showing that not only had RG3 fabricated the claim, but he had also ignored messages from Angel's PR team asking him to remove the original post. He never responded. That's when Shaq stepped in. With Angel's mental health crumbling and her sponsorships under threat, Shaquille O'Neal took to Instagram with a blunt message. RG3, one more post about Angel and I'm knocking your teeth down your throat. It wasn't just a post. It was a warning. And Shaq wasn't alone. Reebok insiders, WNBA executives, and even players like Aja Wilson and Jewel Lloyd privately urged RG3 to issue an apology. Instead, RG3 went silent, disappearing from social media entirely for 3 days, while Angel Reese dealt with the fallout alone. And now, the rumor mill has kicked into overdrive. Sources close to Angel say she's considering everything from sitting out the rest of the season, to taking legal action, to walking away from the WNBA completely. Is this the end of Angel Reese's WNBA career? Not from injury, not from failure, but from betrayal. The real story is just beginning, as the backlash mounted. Angel Reese was no longer just battling criticism, she was fighting to protect her identity. The girl who once proudly declared herself the Bayou Barbie, who stood tall in the face of adversity and reveled in her confidence, now found herself shaking, exhausted from the never-ending storm. Behind the scenes, Chicago Sky insiders confirmed what fans feared. Angel was deeply shaken and had missed multiple team meetings. One source revealed she wasn't talking to anyone and had locked herself in her hotel room during the Sky's road trip. Her family flew in to check on her. Her mother, who rarely speaks publicly, privately begged Angel to keep going, but even she admitted, "I've never seen my daughter like this." Meanwhile, the controversy kept spiraling. ESPN ran a segment analyzing Angel's image problem, with commentators subtly implying that her off-court drama was distracting from the WNBA's growth. Angel's teammates were bombarded with questions about her mental state. Even her All-Star nomination, which should have been a triumphant moment, was now clouded by accusations that she was more influencer than athlete. But the real explosion came when a secret recording was leaked to the media, in the audio captured during an off-camera moment at a promotional shoot. RG3 is allegedly heard saying, "Angel's the perfect villain for Caitlyn. The league needs drama." That's how you sell it. The leak hit like a nuclear bomb. Not only did it contradict RG3's public stance of supporting women's sports, it exposed a manipulative underbelly. The idea that Angel Reese was being used as a marketing tool, not celebrated, but scapegoated. Fans were outraged. Twitter exploded with hashtags. #Justice for Angel. #Protect Angel Reese. #boycott RG3. Even those who had once criticized Angel started coming to her defense. "She's not the villain," one fan wrote. She's the target. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, they did. Angel's agent released a chilling update. Several of her sponsorship deals were now under review. Big brands that had once proudly partnered with her energy drinks, fashion, labels, and even a cereal brand with her face on the box were hesitating. All because of one lie, amplified by one man, and believed by millions. Angel reportedly told her inner circle, "I don't know if this is worth it anymore. I didn't sign up to be a punching bag." She had gone from being the face of a movement, a rising icon of confidence, success, and unapologetic black womanhood to being vilified for simply existing in a spotlight that others helped create. Shaq's words started to feel like more than just a threat. They were a reflection of what many were feeling, that Angel wasn't just being disrespected. She was being sacrificed. The public wanted a feud. The media wanted clicks. The league wanted ratings. And Angel Reese, she just wanted to play basketball, but now the world was watching for a different reason. Would Angel stay and fight, or was she really done with it all? The next decision she makes could change everything. The internet erupted in the wake of the leaked RG3 audio, and so did the sports world. Prominent athletes, entertainers, and even politicians took to social media to defend Angel Reese. WNBA legends like Lisa Leslie and Tina Thompson spoke out publicly for the first time in years, denouncing the media's targeted harassment and praising Angel for enduring what they called a modern-day public stoning. Leslie posted, "When the image of a strong black woman threatens the status quo, they smear her name. We see you, Angel. We've been you. Keep going." Shaquille O'Neal doubled down, posting another furious message to his 17 million followers. "This ain't over. We ain't letting another young black woman get torn down for clicks. RG3, you messed with the wrong one." The backlash toward RG3 was swift and merciless. Sponsors began distancing themselves. A sports podcast he hosted quietly removed episodes featuring WNBA guests. A petition to have him removed from future ESPN coverage of women's basketball gained over 200,000 signatures within 48 hours. Meanwhile, Angel's teammates began showing subtle signs of solidarity. During warm-ups before their next game, several Chicago Sky players wore shirts that read, "Unapologetically Angel." Ariel Atkins, who had been quiet through most of the drama, finally broke her silence. "If Angel walks away from this game, it's a loss for everyone. She built something we couldn't have imagined just a few years ago. You don't silence that, you protect it." And yet, the fan base remained violently divided. Some were calling Angel soft for even considering walking away. Others claimed she was using drama for clout, despite being under attack for weeks. A popular sports columnist wrote a scathing op-ed titled, "Reese is running from the heat she created," drawing widespread condemnation for tone deafness. But one voice stood out. Caitlyn Clark. In a rare statement, Clark posted on Instagram, "I don't hate Angel, we compete. We talk trash. We want to win, but that doesn't mean I support what's happening to her. No one deserves this. She deserves respect. She deserves peace." It was short, it was quiet, but it was powerful, and it flipped the narrative again. If Angel Reese, the polarizing, electric face of the new WNBA, really walked away now, it wouldn't just shake women's basketball, it would shake the foundation of sports culture itself. Because the question wasn't just would she quit, it had become, how could we let it come to this? Just when it seemed the storm might finally begin to settle, an explosive insider leak sent shockwaves across the WNBA. Late last night, a verified source close to the Chicago Sky organization dropped a voice memo anonymously to a popular sports blog. In the audio, a team executive is heard venting frustrations behind closed doors. "We're not sure if Angel's head is even in the game anymore. She hasn't been to practice in days. She's ghosting meetings. People are panicking." That same night, Angel Reese posted a cryptic Instagram story. Just 3 words in bold white text on a black screen. "I'm done trying." Within minutes, #Angel Reese Done trended across Twitter and Instagram. Fans begged her not to walk away. Celebrities posted prayers. WNBA insiders began debating possible trade scenarios. And then, Angel deleted the story. No follow-up, no explanation, just silence. Insiders began speculating that Reese might be planning to sit out the rest of the season. Others said she was in talks with her management team to break her rookie contract altogether. And one rumor, completely unverified but gaining traction, claimed that Angel had already contacted brands about shifting her full focus to lifestyle, fashion, and entrepreneurship outside of basketball. The most chilling leak. A teammate allegedly told a close friend, "Angel already packed up her locker. No one at the Sky is talking. Not the coaches, not the front office, not even Angel. But something is happening, and it's happening fast." Meanwhile, RG3, now under investigation for multiple past social media posts, has disappeared from his own podcast and gone completely dark online. ESPN issued a no comment when asked if his contract was still active. Some insiders believe a lawsuit may be brewing behind the scenes. the WNBA has not released a public statement, but make no mistake, the league is rattled. The golden era they've worked so hard to build is hanging by a thread. And at the center of it all, a 22-year-old black woman who just wanted to play ball, get a bag, and be unapologetically herself, is Angel really done? Or is this the calm before the final explosion? Now the question on everyone's mind, is this really the end of Angel Reese's WNBA journey? Has the relentless media pressure, the racial attacks, the locker room tension, and the betrayal from public figures like RG3 pushed her to the breaking point? We've seen athletes face adversity before, but this is different. This isn't just about performance on the court. This is about mental health, personal dignity, and how much one young woman is expected to carry while trying to make history. So here's what we want to hear from you. Should Angel Reese stay and fight to reclaim her legacy in the WNBA, or should she walk away on her terms, protect her peace, and build an empire outside the league? Do you believe the league has done enough to protect its players, especially its black women, from racial harassment and public smear campaigns? And where do you stand in the war of narratives? Is Angel Reese being unfairly targeted and bullied out of the game, or are there deeper issues at play behind the scenes? Let us know in the comments below. This is your platform. Speak up, and if you stand with Angel, don't just scroll past this video. Like, subscribe, and share this story with every WNBA fan, every sports lover, and everyone who believes in truth over clickbait. We're not done. We're just getting started. More updates are coming. More leaks are surfacing. And the next chapter in this saga could change everything. Stay locked in. This is the biggest story in women's basketball, and Angel Reese's next move might just shock the world.